Hello and welcome to Season 3, Episode 1 of the Magical Moms Podcast. We are so excited to have you here. We are talking about something today that Bridget and I have experienced together, actually for many years now, but we are talking about Sweethearts Night at Disneyland. It's one of their after dark events, and that's what we're going to be having a conversation about, sharing our tips with you. I'm excited. I love Sweethearts Night so much.
I do too. And we took a little bit of a break from Sweetheart Night, or at least I did. And there were so many new and fun, exciting things this year from the last time that I went in 2023. And I had such a blast. So I can't wait to talk about it.
Yes, talk about all the new things. Oh my gosh, yes.
Awesome. So now, as you guys all know, this is the Magical Moms Podcast. You can follow us on all the socials. You can find us there. Of course, I am California Disney Bliss. You can find me anywhere. And then Lindsay.
And I am Chasing Magic Daily on all the socials. And then also, if you want to kind of like dive a little deeper with us, if you want to be involved in our Magical Moms community, we have a Patreon group. In this group, we do some fun things. We do a meetup, which is actually coming up this spring. So we get to hang out in the parks and enjoy, all the things together. We're going to be doing some giveaways in the Patreon as well. We also have tip sheets for you, which is a big perk. So everything that we talk about plus more oftentimes is in a well-organized tip sheet for you. And that's something that you get within the Patreon group. So if you want to check that out, you can go to patreon.com and search Magical Moms Podcast, or we'll have the link for you in the show notes down below.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Lindsay, we're back in it. We're back in the saddle. We're doing this. It's okay. So yes, it's February, but if you look behind me, I have a poinsettia over here.
Do you realize what that is?
Yeah, it's a poinsettia, and I cannot throw them away. I feel so bad about throwing away the poinsettias. So yes, it is February. It's February, but there's still a little bit of Christmas behind me.
Hanging on to that little bit.
I can't throw them away, but I'm full on sweethearts mode. You are too. We're wearing our pink. I have my little Valentine's thing on, and it's just such a fun season at Disneyland.
Yes.
Although the park is not decorated like it used to be for Valentine's, the love is in the air on Main Street. You can get like Valentine's treats and all that other fun stuff besides, just having fun, cute things at Sweethearts Night. So you can definitely feel the Valentine season, but Sweethearts Night makes it so much sweeter. It really does.
It does. Because as with any After Dark event, they go all out. So like you're looking at Main Street. Well, actually, why don't we do this? Let's take them through our night together. And that way we can just kind of start at the beginning and end at the end.
Okay.
Why don't you start off?
So the very, very first thing that I did that day of Sweethearts Night at 7 a.m. was mobile order treats. So you can mobile order all treats at Disneyland, whether or not you're going to an event, at usually around 7 a.m. Sometimes for event food, like Disneyland After Dark foods, they come maybe a little bit later. They arrive a little bit later on the menus of all the different places where they have event food. But it was open at 7 a.m. So we ordered a bunch of treats. And what I usually do is I kind of over order. So I order a bunch of things because you can always cancel and you can always modify without getting charged. So I ordered this drink, which I wound up not even getting because, at 8 o'clock at night, I'm like, no, I don't want it. So I canceled it. But even if you don't cancel it, you won't get charged. So starting on Sweethearts Night day, at 7 a.m., I ordered all of our treats. So that was super helpful because, and Lindsay and I are going to get into this, the longest lines that I saw besides 2 photo ops was for the food. Yeah. I was kind of shocked by how long the lines were for the food, which could all be completely, you don't have to do that because you can mobile order at almost every single place.
Yeah.
Popcorn stand you can't mobile order at, the churro stand you can't mobile order at, and Rancho del Zocalo, which has only one specialty item there, you can't mobile order at, but all the other places you can. So mobile order, that should be your first number one thing that you do in the day.
Yes. And when you mobile order at 7 a.m., so the event starts at 9 p.m., most places, not every place, but most places will let you start picking up those treats at 8 p.m. So that's an hour before the event starts, which is huge. And that's what we do every After Dark event.
Yes.
So Bridget placed her mobile order. So did our friend Anne, who we were with that night. And we got our treats, sat at Jolly Holiday at about 8 o'clock, 8:15, enjoyed some of the specialty items. And that was all before the party even started, which is like so nice to be like, okay, we're getting started like a little early. We have more time like during the actual event to do other things. So that's something you might want to look into as well.
Yeah, it's like you got a free hour of the event without
Yes.
like having to pay for it.
Yeah.
So Lindsay and I both, we're both Magic Key holders. So we both made reservations for that day so that we can get into the parks a little bit earlier, because the mix-in, you can get into Disneyland starting at 6 p.m. The event starts at 9 p.m. So we got there around 4 p.m. because we wanted to take cute photos and we wanted to like enjoy the light. Yeah, we had to get our photos in.
Yes.
Also, because of the sun setting so early, we really only had like an hour. So we got all of our photos and we checked in as soon as it opened up at 6 p.m. And if you are a Magic Key holder and you already are inside the park, or if you have a park ticket and you're already inside the park, the check-in is right by the entrance to Galaxy's Edge from Fantasyland. So you'll see like the Wells Fargo like red bank
wagon thing,
buggy,
like,
buggy or
whatever it
wagon,
is.
and that's where it is. And it was, I mean, I think it took me Linz? It took like 30
10
seconds.
seconds, yeah.
No line whatsoever. Now, if you're not doing this and you're just checking in, the lines can get a little bit long at the entrance to Disneyland because those are specialty lines. So all the turnstiles at Disneyland, there'll only be usually 2 turnstiles to get into the park if you're going for that ticket, and then you check in right there. But either way, it moved very, very quickly. And so we checked in super fast. We got our photos and we were ready to party pretty early.
Yes, we were. Yes, we were. And we got dinner early too, right?
Yeah.
Where did we go?
We went to we were very, very fortunate to be invited to the club, and we had
Oh
dinner
my
there.
gosh.
Yeah.
I was like,
So-
where did we eat?
We were very, very lucky.
Yes,
Lindsay and
okay,
I
okay.
both, and I'll speak for you, Linz.
Yeah.
Whenever we go to Club 33, it is not something that we don't appreciate.
No.
Every single time I walk in, I'm like, oh, am I allowed
such a
in?
treat.
Are you sure? Every single time it's a treat, and we're very fortunate that we have that opportunity. And we had such a nice dinner.
Yeah, I'm cracking up. I totally was like, did we eat at Rancho? Like, where did we eat? That's where we ate. Oh my goodness.
I mean,
But-
we would have eaten at Alien Pizza Planet if they had our favorite pasta still, but they got rid of
that
it.
is
So
true. That is
so
true. And
we
that's
had,
another thing that we do too, is that we eat dinner before the event
Always.
starts. Because
Always.
honestly, eating dinner at 9 o'clock is a little bit late, at least for me. So I always eat dinner before, and then that way at like 10 or 11, if you're like, hey, I really want to try the nachos or whatever, it's not like you're like starving and that's going to be like your only item. So that's another thing we often do, is eat dinner before.
Yes. We both had salads, and so we could like still have some room for like all the other stuff. But you know, the event food is never a lot. It's always like little things, you know. So definitely eat before. I think that's huge, because even if you don't, you know, if you're stuck in a line or you are waiting for a photo or you're on a ride, you don't want to have to like not enjoy those things because you have to go get your food.
Right.
You know, so that then you could just cancel. But yeah, so we had dinner. That was super fun. And yeah, by 8 p.m. we were at Jolly Holiday. We had all of our treats. And then also at dinner, what we did is we kind of went over the map. So when you check in to the event, you're going to get a really cute map and a guide, which has every single thing for the event possible, which is also can be found on the Disneyland app if you want to do some research beforehand. And we kind of went over and decided, what do we want to do first? What do we want to tackle first? And the first thing that we did is we got to see Oswald, which was so cute, in front of the fire station.
Yeah,
and
and
he's
yes.
Yeah, and he's unique. He's usually not at Disneyland. He's usually over at Disney California Adventure. So seeing him at Disneyland, that was super cute.
Yes.
And we got our photos, and then the event started at 9 p.m.
Yeah. And that's one thing too. So when we went over, we were a little silly. We thought we were going to be the first ones in line for Oswald, because we're like, oh, we like followed him out, and then there was already a line that had formed. So that's one thing too. A lot of the lines for the different big photo ops and characters, sometimes they will start forming before 9 p.m.
Yeah.
So if there's like a character you really want to see and it's going to be a popular one, maybe you should go try and get in line ahead of time. Like that's something you can do. Although I will say the line for Oswald moved pretty quickly. Like I don't think we waited more than 10 minutes, maybe 15.
Yes, yeah. It was
quick.
super fast. And what I will say is, going back to like when you first check in, the very thing that you absolutely cannot forget to do is you're going to have a wristband. On that wristband is a QR code. Go into the Disneyland app, scan that QR code, because, you know, PhotoPass photos during this event are complimentary with your ticket. And they're going to scan your, they're going to scan that tag that you have, and then that will automatically then appear on your app. But, and I've made this mistake, if you do not connect that to the Disneyland app to your account, you lose all those photos if you get rid of that tag. So definitely do that, because then you just show your arm, they get it. It's so easy peasy.
Yeah.
But I will say, if going to the Tangled photo op or meeting Mickey and Minnie in Toontown, if those are your priorities, they should really be the first things that you do of the evening. And you really should be standing in that line around 8 o'clock or 8:15, because those two things by far had the longest lines.
Yes.
And they will for every single Sweethearts night. Those two things will have the longest lines. So just get there early. Have like a snack, take your snack to go, and wait in line, and then just check it off the list, and then you're done.
Yeah. And I think the Tangled one was a lot, it was a longer line this year than in years past, because they actually moved it. It's now in the, what do they call it? The Royal Theater over by the castle. And it is stunning. I mean, it's so pretty. There's lanterns hanging everywhere. The background is gorgeous. And they have like 2 different setups. So so you are getting like 4 people or 2 couples at a time, which is nice. But that one is really, really pretty. If you want like a gorgeous photo from the night, that is a good one.
If I'd gone with Jack, that would have been definitely the thing I would want, because if it was you and me, like we're not, it's you and me, like we're not gonna like kissing, in that thing. Yeah. But like it was so cute when I saw all the couples taking their photos. But one thing to know, photo op lines move much faster than character lines, because the characters have to leave. They can only do that job for so long. So they'll leave like every 30 or 45 minutes. And then, the friends will come back. The characters will come back after they take a break. But you will be waiting during that time during the break. And that could be anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes extra. So, get those things out of the way, like your top character or your top photo op. And then the party starts at 9. So what we did is we definitely wanted to see the Cavalcade first. The Celebrate Love Cavalcade is twice a night. And that's at 9:30 and 11:45 p.m. And we wanted to see the 9:30 p.m. And we did. And it was so cute. We waited on Main Street. We only waited like 15 minutes on Main Street?
There was no like crowd for it. It was not crowded. We got like a front row spot, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 minutes before it got to us.
It was perfect.
Like, don't worry about crowds.
Yeah, because the population at Disneyland is so little at these events that you don't have to wait like long periods of time for these parades or cavalcades. So we just waited a short period of time. We saw that, and then we knew that the Once Upon a Dream show, because it's brand new for Sweethearts Night this year, is something that we had to see. But we had no idea what it was. They didn't really talk about it. No. We just knew that it was in front of the castle, and then we saw a stage, and we're like, oh, what is this?
Yes.
And it was so amazing.
It was so good.
So amazing.
That is one thing. So because the viewing area is much smaller, where, the Cavalcade, you have the whole parade route, right? So there's plenty of standing room. The castle show, the Once Upon a Dream show, is in front of the castle. So the viewing area is a lot smaller. I would say, if you don't get a great viewing spot, try to catch it later in the night, because it does happen 3 times during the night. Yeah. But oh my gosh, if you miss it, you will regret it. It is so good. You have 4 vocally trained professional singers that come out and sing these gorgeous Disney love songs. But then the most iconic thing of the whole night is Princess Aurora comes out in front of her castle. The castle's lit up beautifully. And she sings Once Upon a Dream. Yeah. And I was like, there is nothing more iconic than this moment right here. Yeah.
And I don't think it's ever happened in Disneyland history. I do not think that has ever happened. No. And when she came out and she started singing, I thought she was going to come out and just be be in the background while they were singing. When she came out and sang, I wanted to grab you and be like, oh my gosh, but I knew you were filming. So I didn't want to move your arm, and shake the video. But I was like, oh my gosh, is this actually happening? Yeah. It's her castle. That's her castle. She is the owner of that castle coming out. And I had goosebumps. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. And then the singers kept on singing, and depending on what song they were singing, that royal couple came out and was dancing alongside. Yes. And you're just seeing all this Disney royalty in front of the castle with the lights. It was beautiful. That happens, like Lindsay said, 3 times a night: 10 o'clock, 11:05, and 12:15 a.m. I know, Lindsay, I'll speak for you when I say this. A number one must do. Number one must do.
100%. Don't miss it.
Don't miss it.
I would honestly, if there were tickets available, I think I would consider buying another one just so I could go back and watch that like for the 3 times during the night. It was just so... It was so beautiful. The singers were incredible. And I feel like it's not often that you actually see the princesses dressed as the princesses that are actually singing. Like, when else do you see that, really?
No, I mean, usually characters that roam the parks that are, face characters, they also are not entertainers.
Right.
So that was very, very unique.
Yeah.
And then my favorite part of it was that, and we had no idea what this was happening. All of a sudden, it's over. The show is over.
Yes.
And everyone's like, move to the left. So if you're looking at the castle, go to the left. Because what happens is, all the Disney royalty is out still, and they let you form a line, which was very easy. It was very easy to do. We just formed a nice line. And what you can do is you can walk then in front of all the Disney royals. You can take photos of them. You can take video. You can take selfies. And okay, so who was it? It was Ariel.
No Ariel.
No. It wasn't Ariel. No, who was it? It was
Megan Hercules.
Okay, yes, Hercules. And
Rapunzel
then...
and Flynn.
Yes, that's why I got confused. And then it was...
Aladdin and Jasmine.
And
then Tiana and Prince Naveen.
Correct.
Were the 4 couples, yeah.
You have a very good memory, Lindsay.
Because I have a very visual memory. And that whole... Like, the video I have of them is so crystal clear. And it just looks so beautiful. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh.
It's so pretty. And they're in front of the castle. It's lit up. And again... That has never been done before, ever. Like, I've never seen that. Lindsay and I have gone to a lot of these types of events. I've never seen that before. And I was like, what? And they were like interacting with you and everything like that. And it was so awesome.
Yeah.
So that's part of that show, which, by the way, Disney has not advertised that at all.
I know. I'm surprised. That's a huge draw. I mean,
I thought that would have been, I thought that would have been like part of like the description. Like see 4 Disney royal couples in front of the castle, like at the same time. I thought that would be advertised. So that was super cool. And Lindsay and I the whole time were like, oh my God. Yeah. Wow. This is so cool. So that was definitely a highlight of the evening. And then what did we do afterwards? So then after that, we went to Toontown.
Yes. Toontown.
Did we go to Toontown? You went to Toontown.
Yeah.
We thought that maybe the line would be so long for Mickey and Minnie, but it was very, very long.
Yeah.
And Lindsay and I get to see our friends Mickey and Minnie a lot.
Yes.
So we just looked at them from afar and waved.
Yes.
But then we tried, I think, Lindsay, this was your favorite food item of the night in Toontown.
It was one of the only ones I tried because I was on my sugar fast at that point. So I wasn't eating sugar. Boo. So I needed something that was like not a dessert item. So I got the, from Daisy's Cafe in Toontown, I got the heart-shaped ravioli. And you got 2 pretty decent-sized heart-shaped raviolis with like a dipping sauce, like some sort of marinara sauce. And they were so good. I mean, you tried it too. I thought it was delicious. Like, I would totally eat that again. Those are pretty good. And I could not believe though the line to order those was so long. And and you know this, it pains me. It like actually hurts me when I see people waiting in the in the line to order instead of just picking up from mobile order, which took you like a minute. If that. So we got that treat. That was super fun. And then we left. And so a couple of the other things that to note, because we saw this when we were walking to Toontown, the Small World attraction, the facade is all lit up. Yes.
And in pure like Valentine's like pink, form, and it's beautiful to see. It really was very unique to see. That's something that I think not to be missed. A lot of people were taking photos there, and that's also really where the Aladdin photo shoot is, and that was super cool. I would have totally waited for that. It was the carpet photo op, and that was really cool.
That one was really cool. Yeah.
That was nice. And so right when you walk in that area, you'll see that there's a Latin and pop music DJ, and he's just there like for pretty much the duration of the event. So you can like dance and do that there. That's pretty unique. After that, we checked out the Disney Duets, which is at the Golden Horseshoe. And what that is just karaoke. And that's also the duration of the party. I'm not a karaoke person.
Bridget was getting secondhand embarrassment. She's like, I have to leave. I
gotta go.
I can't do this.
I gotta go. Wait, we looked, we saw, and I'm like, I gotta go. I can't do it. It's not, karaoke's not for me. Unless like I'm like going out on the town. I've had like a lot of cocktails. Then you might see me sing, but you're not, it wasn't for me. So we left that.
Yeah. And that's the third thing that is new for Sweethearts Night is this Disney duet. So karaoke in Golden Horseshoe is a pretty typical thing that they do for After Dark events, but for Sweethearts Night, this was a new thing, and it was supposed to be like a couple's hence the duet thing. But there was people singing by themselves too, so don't feel like you if you want to sing by yourself, you go
for it. You do
sing
it.
that solo. You go.
Yes, you go. You have all the respect in the world from me because I wouldn't do it. You go.
No.
Oh, and what was also really cool, which I was shocked, one of the new character meet and greets for Sweethearts Night this year are the sisters from Encanto.
Yes.
And so I thought that was going to have the longest line. I was shocked. We walked right up to them pretty much.
Yeah, there's no
and said hi. I mean, it was very, very cool. They were super fun. They were like laughing with each other.
Yes.
They were, they're sisters, so they were like playfully like laughing with each other.
Yeah.
And that was like
really cute.
that was super fun. I liked that.
Yeah.
Another thing.
That's the first. Sorry to interrupt. That's the first time. So all those characters have been in the park at some point by themselves.
Yes.
Or maybe not.
Maybe not the third sister. Yeah.
She might not have. But this is the first time they're all three together. So if you love Encanto, if you love the Madrigal sisters, you can get a picture with all three of them together, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was really, really cool.
Yeah.
And also when we were walking around, there's roaming characters in Toontown and there's also roaming characters in Fantasyland. So we saw Cinderella and Prince Charming. That was super fun. And then we also, when we were in Toontown, we saw Chip and Dale and
Clarice.
And they were hilarious.
Yes, they were.
They were cute. They're always adorable. Chip and Dale's always adorable. But Clarice was like, she was sassy. So she was fun. So you do get to see characters that you don't have to like wait in line for, And so that was awesome.
Yeah. And Chip and Dale were like trying to put on a show for Clarice. They were like, they went over, that area in Toontown where there's the weight on the floor that you can't lift up. So they were like grabbing the weight and trying to like be all strong and buff and pull it up. And Clarice was like watching them. It was just so cute.
They were both trying to like win her affection.
Yes.
And she was like, move over. I got this.
And then she tried to, she did it. And she was like, oh, and she's like.
She was so cute. She was sassy.
Yeah.
I loved her.
Yeah.
She was fun. She was super fun. And then we looked at the mariachi band, and that plays 4 times a night. That's at 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, and 12:30. And that is on top of the Pirates of the Caribbean facade. I love mariachi. I had a mariachi band at my wedding. I love mariachi. Yes. So that was super fun to see.
Yeah.
A little weird, though, because it's a New Orleans square. New Orleans square is usually jazz music.
Yes. That's true.
So I'm like, why are they here? But anyway, a mariachi band is a mariachi band,
Well, I think too, maybe one of the reasons for being there is that the viewing area is so vast.
Yeah.
So and it's a great, you can just stop by at any time and listen to them and head off easily. It's not like you have to line up for a show or try to get a front row spot because they're elevated so high. Yeah. It doesn't matter where you are, you get a good view of them, which is nice.
Which is great. I think that they do have that area, which I love. But I was also kind of like, all right. But then what we did was right after that, we got to meet, which is my favorite character of the night, Lottie.
From Princess and the Frog.
From Princess and the Frog. She was awesome. She was in her role. She had the most beautiful outfit on. She was sassy. I think that she's you can't miss her. I think that you should definitely see her. She's also completely unique and new to Disneyland. So I've never, she won't be in the parks during normal, working hours. Yeah. She's there just for this event, and she was good. Yes. She was really, really
and she's
good.
A roaming one, so she's another one that you're not going to have to wait in line for. She was roaming around. I asked to get like a selfie with her, and I was going to take a picture, but then she started like talking, so I took a video, and she was like, oh, y'all come and see me now in New Orleans, or like, aww. And if you're a man, and she like gave this little like wink, and I was like, oh, girl, you are working it.
She was working it.
She was super fun.
Yeah, she was awesome. I think she was my favorite person that we met.
Yeah, she was very entertaining for sure.
She was fun. Now, one thing though that we didn't get to do was the Lou Ray Jazz Club. And the Lou Ray Jazz Club is 4 times a night, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the hour. And that is on the Mark Twain Riverboat. So it's something that I've done before at a different Disneyland After Dark, but it wasn't called the Lou Ray Jazz Club. And I really would have loved to have done it, but that has a little bit of a time commitment. So not only do you have to like wait to get onto the Mark Twain riverboat, but then you are going around the rivers of America, and they go a little bit slower than they normally would on that path. But why is because the Lou Ray Jazz Club performs at the end of the boat. So like if you go to the left side of the boat, that's where like their little stage is, and they're just playing like jazz music, which is so cool to see live jazz musicians while you're floating down the rivers of America.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. If it's something that you want to do, definitely do it. But I had already done something similar to it, so that's why we passed on it that night. But I think it's definitely unique.
Yeah.
And especially if you love jazz music, I love jazz music. But we didn't get to do it, but we did see it from afar, and it looked like a good time.
Yeah. Yeah,
it looked like a good time.
For sure. They did it at another after, I know you said this, they did it at another After Dark event too, but I think it must have been close to like COVID times or something, because I remember we were not getting on the boat, or maybe they just didn't do the boat, but it was like right in front, like where you get in line for the Mark Twain.
Yeah.
It was in there.
Yeah, they did it there, I think, because it was like during it was like our first Sweethearts night after COVID.
Maybe that was it. Okay.
I did it for 90s night. Jack and I did it, and they had like a Boys to Men cover band.
Oh, okay.
It was so good. Like these
for
guys.
90s night or 80s?
Yeah. No, it was 90s night.
Oh.
It was 90s night, but that was in 2019. 2019 they had 90s night.
Got it.
2020 they had 80s night.
80s, yeah.
And it was like a Boys to Men cover band. Boys to Men was my thing growing up.
Jam.
I loved the Boys to Men. Boys to Men, like I loved them, and I loved it. So that's very similar to what it is at Sweethearts Night, except it's jazz music.
Yeah.
So I would have loved to have done it, but Lindsay and I were getting a lot of content to that night, so we couldn't. That was a time commitment we couldn't do. Yeah. But I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
I
almost think in the future, Bridget. I mean, if you're just rolling in dough, I would love to get 2 tickets for every event and go to opening night and make that the night we capture everything and do everything. And then the second time is like, we just go for fun. Like do whatever we want to do.
That's the dream.
In the future.
I think we definitely need to do that.
Yes.
I definitely do, because it's like we do want to get all the content for everybody, and we want to do everything, but at the same time, like I want to enjoy it too. And we do a good job.
We do, we definitely enjoy it, but it's a more rushed feel. Like, we gotta do this. So it'd be nice to like relax.
And Lindsay and I, we've done, we're a well-oiled machine, her and I working together, and also we had Anne with us too.
Yes.
And so because of that, we can split things up, and we know how to do it, but we definitely want to just also enjoy it. But okay, talking about something I didn't enjoy. At Jolly Holiday Bakery, we ordered the panna cotta, and then we ordered their cold brew coffee. I forgot what it's called. It was like a strawberry cold brew coffee.
But it was the one for Sweethearts Night.
For Sweethearts Night. It was not good. It was not good. And it wasn't just me that thought that.
No,
it was also Anne. It was also one of our 2 other content creator friends that we ran into. I won't call them out. But we were all very much like, no thanks. You didn't try it because you were on your sugar fast. Yes. Not good. Also, the panna cotta looked adorable, okay? It looked adorable. It has like a little Mickey thing on top. It's an absolutely like photo-worthy treat. But not a tasty worthy treat. Like it was not
the one that came in the little, like, it almost looked like a martini glass, a mini martini glass.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It wasn't for me. So I have to be honest, if those 2 things, something you want to try, you go for it.
Yeah.
Just wasn't my thing. My thing. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, and then another thing, I got the Galactic Berry Slush from the Galactic Grill in Tomorrowland, and the reason why I got it is because it said that it came with a Mickey glow cube, which I really want the glow cube, and also it comes with a slush, so I'm like absolutely, because the slush is really cute. It's like a berry slush, but when I picked it up, I didn't get the glow cube, and so I was like, well, what's this all about? And they said that they had sold out resort wide of the glow cube, but that was kind of only the reason why I got it. Yeah. Which, a berry slush is a berry slush. It tasted fine. But if it's still advertised with the glow cube, if that's something that you want, you're not going to get it. Yeah. So just so you know. Another thing that Lindsay and I didn't get to see was the merch. But they have a cute set of ears, and then they have a t-shirt thing as well that you can get. That's at Star Trader in Tomorrowland. People who really want the merch, they usually get there about an hour before the event starts because the merch does sell out. One of the things that we were told that was going to be a merch item for Sweethearts Night are these plush ear things that you can attach and either put on a hat or put on a headband. These are also sold out resort wide, so you won't find them there that night either. So just so you know, for those things. And then I'm trying to think of what else we tried that we liked. I think that's all that we tried. Oh no,
I think that's all we tried.
Oh no,
but you did something.
The Mint Julep at Mint Julep Bar, they have the chocolate heart-shaped beignets.
Yeah.
I really liked those. I really liked those. I thought those were really good, and plus they're cute. They're heart-shaped.
I know.
And I thought that they were great. So that and the heart-shaped ravioli were my two favorite things that I had.
Yeah, those ravioli were good.
They were good.
I would totally get that again.
We should do that again.
But then there was another experience of the night that I did not experience. You went and checked it out over in Tomorrowland. You want to share about that? Because you loved it.
I loved it. I actually really did. The Valentine's dance party in Tomorrowland at the Tomorrowland stage. That was awesome. So that runs from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. the entire event time. And what it is they have a stage. So they always have like characters that dance on that stage, and then there's usually a DJ like playing like fun tunes. That's how those usually go at these events. Pre-COVID, the characters used to dance on the dance floor with you. But since COVID, we really haven't had that too much, especially at the events. Usually at the events, they're just like dancing for you on the stage. But at this event, the characters were dancing with us. So it was Donald and Daisy by the time I got there, and they were amazing. I mean, first of all, they were a very sassy couple with each other anyway.
I'm sure.
But they were like dancing, they were doing salsa, and then they would stop and they would dance with all of us. And then they'd go back to one another. Daisy was playing hard to get. She was like, no, you're not dancing with me. I'm dancing with she's like, I'm dancing with my girlfriend. So she came and danced with me for a bit.
Oh my gosh.
And Donald was like waiting for me to like stop dancing with her.
Yeah.
They were so interactive, and there was like almost nobody there. It was like a 20-person dance party. Yeah. The DJ was awesome. I thought that was well worth like using your time to go see, because it is unique. Like you get to like, actually, I was like dancing with Daisy.
Yeah.
I mean, that was so much fun.
So fun. Yeah.
That was really, really cool. And also it's like something you don't have to wait in line for. Yeah. It's not something you can just walk right up, dance with your favorite characters. There'll be rotating characters. And that was awesome. I highly suggest it. I was there for about 20 minutes, and the video that I got of just like me dancing with them is something I'll remember forever. Like something I'll cherish forever. It's not just for content. I really had so much fun doing that. So that was really, really cool.
Yeah.
And then one thing that you and I did not do also that night because we were exhausted. And the next day, the Lunar New Year celebration started. So we had to sleep at some point, right?
Yeah.
But we've done so many times. This happens at every single Disneyland After Dark, is the Fond Farewell. Mm-hmm. So, Linz, you talk about that one because you've done them so much times too.
So basically, the event ends at 1 in the morning, and starting at 12:45, Mickey and Minnie, at least for this particular event, Mickey and Mickey come out. And they basically say goodbye to you as you're like leaving. It does form a crowd. A lot of people want to come up, get video of them, because they're usually acting all cutesy and they're waving to you and they're like kind of like putting on this little farewell moment for you. But that's something, if you decide to stay for the entire night, just know that starting at 12:45, you will see Mickey and Minnie out there kind of just saying goodbye to you, really. Like ending your event that way is really cute and really special. But Anne and I were out because we were just tired. We were tired. It was way past our bedtime, and we knew we were getting up at the crack of dawn the next day. But normally I would stay and kind of wait for that moment, because it usually is really cute. And if you're somebody that likes those like cute little moments on your phone, like it always makes for a cute moment.
Yeah, and usually like some other characters like for the night will come out too.
Yeah, they may,
and they'll like dance, or like the dancers from the Cavalcade will be out there with Mickey and Minnie, and like they're part of it too. You can get some really cute, like you can see some really cute interactions that you don't normally see.
Right.
And so it is super, super fun. But yeah, I left too right before, because again we had to wake up early. There's only so much Disney that Lindsay and I can do. Yeah, there was a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
But it was such a sweet night. And it was funny because I was on the fence of getting Sweethearts Night tickets this season because we have done them before.
Yeah.
But there were so many new things I really want to experience. Yes. And I am so glad. I would have had so much FOMO, Lindsay, if I was watching you show off the whole Once Upon a Dream thing.
Oh
I would have been like, what?
Yeah.
How did I miss this? So I was super excited. They had a lot of new things.
Yeah.
I thought it was such a great event.
It was.
I think out of all the Disneyland After Dark events, Disneyland does this one the best because they do it every single year and so often. It's really awesome. It's very sweet. Lindsay and I usually go together because we're Galentines.
Yeah.
But every single time I go, I'm like, oh, I want to go with Jack and you've been with Chris.
I have been with Chris, yes.
Yeah, because it is so fun, you know. So definitely, I want to do it already next year. So count me in, Linz. We're doing it again next year. We're doing it.
And if you guys do go, just know that on the Magical Moms Instagram, you can like send us pictures. We would love to like re-tag you guys in our stories.
Absolutely.
Like send us pictures, send us comments. If you have questions, if you have any more questions on anything, let us know. And remember, if you're part of the Patreon group, we have a tip sheet for you that will be in there with all the tips for Sweethearts Night. I think that covers Sweethearts Night. I mean, we talked from start to finish here.
Absolutely. And Lindsay and I are going to be going to the new Disneyland After Dark, the 70 Years of Favorites.
Yes.
We're doing that next month.
Yes.
And
next month? Oh my gosh, it is next month.
It is. What are we wearing? Oh my gosh. We have a lot to figure out. But so we'll be doing this probably, I mean, there's only 2 events of that. So 2 nights of that event, but we'll share, we'll be sharing on socials as well. So I'm excited to do that with you too.
Yes. So before we go, make sure you guys follow us on all the socials, get all the updates. If you want to join that Patreon group, like I said, the link will be down below. And until our next episode,
we'll see you
real soon.
Woo-hoo!
We did it.
We did it.